Hey, yo, what's poppin', y'all? It's your boy Monster Motors that just talk real talk. The place for real thoughts and real talk, you dig? So Zip with the Drip uploads the paperwork, the DD5 that was discussed maybe 2 years ago. He was exposing the whole situation when it came to Bimmy being the confidential informant. This paperwork a lot of y'all didn't hear about, which is why you got a lot of people in the comments saying, yo, where's the paperwork? You can't put, the paperwork was already put out. You feel me? But when it comes to the internet, right, you had first a documentary where Prince is talking and he says a name of somebody who told him to leave the door open. You feel me? But they blanked it out. You got that, right? You got Zip with the Drip going back and forth with 10 toes down. He ended up exposing Bimmy for being a CI. Brings out the paperwork. This was months of work. You feel me? Not months of work, but I'm saying the content was being ran up for months when it came to Bimmy and all that. It quieted down, right? And then you got Preem now saying, blase blah, been a CI for 40 years, right? So when it came to Prince and the name was blanked out, oh, nah, he ain't say Bimmy. Nah, he ain't talking about Bimmy. When it come to Zip with the Drip and actually bringing out some paperwork, oh, nah, that's fake paperwork. That nigga on the couch and all this shit like that, right? Then you got Preem now saying it, the leader of Supreme Team. Oh, Preem hating. Preem just trying to sell a documentary and this, that. He trying to get money. So Zip with the Drip uploading the paperwork to ChatGPT. And ChatGPT is going to tell you something about the situation. What are you going to say about technology? What are you going to say about somebody that has no ties to no human? You feel me? Only ties to the truth. You feel me? So we're gonna let this play right here. We got Zip with the Drip breaking down some of the paperwork, some of the stuff y'all missed. You feel me? But he's also gonna upload that paperwork into ChatGPT. And we're gonna get the verdict from ChatGPT. Because you got people saying, oh, it's a different James and James isn't. No, it's James Adney. You feel me? AKA Bimmy, AKA Music. Let's get into this, man.
The informant further states that he saw 4 members of the Young Guns present in the park during the basketball game. The 4 males are known to the CI by street names: Troy, E, Nichols, Pike, and Nat. Word on the streets is that Troy killed Carlton, and that everyone knows that. E drives a black BMW with smoked out windows, 525 model, and Troy drives a green Lexus. The assigned is further informed that the informant did observe several other persons known to him in the park during the basketball games. The informant saw a male known to him as Long, who was a drug dealer from Sufton Boulevard. Also observed a male named Bootsy, a drug dealer from Rockaway Boulevard. Bootsy was seen just outside of the park after the shooting looking for his niece and then escorting a young girl southbound on 155th Street. The case is active. Now, and I would have a hard time finding said video, but Bimmy went on the internet, having never heard this DD5, having never known nothing, and said the same thing. Almost word for word, 30 years later.
Real quick, right? And that's another thing I forgot to mention in the beginning. The Prince name being blanked out, the Zip with the Drip going back and forth, right? During that time when Zip with the Drip, I don't even think he read that DD5. He just had it on deck. Prince. Bimmy went to Gully TV and told a story. And then it was like, yo, Zip was like, I'm glad you did that. And he read the story. It was like the same exact story that Bimmy, but Bimmy told her like a story, like a Southside, Baisley, whatever story. But when you read the paperwork and this whole CI story, the situation of a shooting in the park and all that, and somebody grabbing their niece and somebody, it's the same exact story. So not only does the paperwork not allegedly, it say James Bimmy Anthony, aka Music, but Bimmy went on a platform and told the same exact story. You feel me? And listen, this is real thoughts and real talk. I don't care about a nigga being a rat. I'm talking for the people, you heard?
30 years later, he got on the internet and said the same thing that the confidential informant said, even up to the park. He said he seen somebody that used to work for him leaving the park. He was like, yo, come with me. But the dude looked at him like he was scared and all that, and he didn't come with him, so he left. The same thing, right? So, this is what's going on, right? A man is on trial, and then they get these DD5s right here. So, They start asking for mistrials because this is brand new evidence that could exonerate the defendant. So they start asking for mistrials and all that. So the judge is like, I'm not going to grant you a mistrial. However, I will allow you to talk to the people in these DD5s because we can pull this up. The Supreme Court said it. The judge said it. Everything. Now.
All right, so now what Zip with the Drip is going to do? That paperwork that he was just reading from his phone, he's about to upload that to JTRT. You feel me?
Why the motion was filed. During the defense's case, after prosecution rested, new evidence surfaced that could potentially exonerate Mark Pearson or at least raise serious doubt about his guilt. Matter of fact, hey, yo, ChatGPT, I need you to read everything you just said to me, man. I'm having a hard time. You know, I'm drinking. It's a day party. It's a daytime paperwork party. So I'm on live. I need you to read everything on that motion I just uploaded.
Got it. I'll read it out loud.
Or maybe not read the motion out loud, but you could like break down what's going on in that motion for the people because they have a hard time understanding paperwork out here.
Absolutely, I can do that. So in simpler terms, this motion is basically the defense attorney asking the court for a couple of things. First, they want the entire indictment against the defendant, Mark Pearson, to be dismissed. They also want a mistrial, which means they want the trial to be stopped and restarted. The reason for this is that the defense just found out about some new evidence that could help the defendant. This evidence was not shared with them earlier, and they argue that it could change the outcome of the trial. So in short, they want more time to investigate this new evidence or to have the case thrown out altogether. Hopefully that makes it a bit clearer.
So, are there any confidential informants in said case?
Yes, there are. The motion mentions a confidential informant referred to as Music, whose real name is JTRT. The defense was trying to locate him because he had some potentially important information.
Real quick, he said the CI, the confidential informant, is known as Music, real name James Anthony. Now, when that paperwork came out, you got people, oh, it's fake paperwork. They blotched out a name and put it was already a dude. It's another dude named James. Oh, no. It's a dude named BG. BJ, they was trying to say Black, you feel me, Black Just, rest in peace. But niggas so stupid, they said BG. You feel me? It's all type of stuff they trying to make up that it's not this person. But you just heard ChatGPT say the confidential informant that's involved in this situation here goes by the name Music, real name James Anthony.
Related to the case, so the defense definitely considered the informant's testimony relevant.
And I'm gonna be real, I don't even like seeing a nigga name constantly like that, like a nigga, especially a nigga that's alive and in this real world, but this is the content, this is what it is, this is what we talking about. And another thing, right, this wouldn't keep going on if, like, niggas always gotta respond, and niggas respond with a lie. So niggas come back with the truth. Do you come back with a lie? Niggas come back with the truth. Just let the truth be the truth, or let what's real be real. You feel me? I don't want to say nobody's a rat or nobody's this, that, but we going off what the content, what we've been seeing on the internet. Come on, man, let's be real.
How did they find out James Anthony was a confidential informant?
The defense found out that James Anthony was a confidential informant through the assistant district attorney who provided his full name and even his last known address. However, at the time of the motion, they hadn't been able to locate him yet, but they knew he was in the area, and we're trying to find him to get his testimony.
Why would the DA give up the confidential informant? What's going on here?
Right there, when I heard that earlier, it made me think about, like, when they was looking for him for questioning, did Bimmy give some information when it was time for him to come and, you know, and shit got real. You got to come to court. You got to show face. You got to be exposed. Did Bimmy not show up? You feel me?
Definitely seem a bit unusual. In this case, it looks like the DA acknowledged that this information was relevant and needed to be disclosed in the interest of justice, even if it was potentially exculpatory. Sometimes the prosecution has to share this kind of information to ensure a fair trial. It's not necessarily that the informant's identity is fully revealed, but that the defense had a right to know.
Not necessarily that the informant's identity is fully revealed, and it wasn't. Even though it said James Anthony in the joint, it's when Bimmy went up there and told the same story. Not only that, first he tried to defend himself on another platform, had other niggas defending him and all that stuff like that. But when he went and told a story, he told this story, it was like verbatim matching the paperwork. You feel me? And we're gonna stop it right there, matter of fact. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel niggas don't need to keep going. It's just that the people that come back with the truth, come back with Prince, come back with Zip with the drip, with the paperwork. Combat with what Preem said. Can you combat with ChatGPT? Oh, you're going to say, oh, that's like Google. Nobody believe that. You can put anything in there. No, ChatGPT is different, homie. It don't go off what somebody's feeding it. It's just some technology, robotic-ish, that collects information from around the world and real information. You see a hair follicle, it'll break down a whole hair follicle for you, down to the root. This is ChatGPT. So I want y'all to comment down below and tell me what y'all think about this. Tell me, what do y'all think about what I said? Like, far as Prince saying this, nobody believing that that's Bimmy in that blanked out part. Zip with the drip, they saying, oh, that paperwork fake, that's not James Anthony, and that's another James, and it's this person, is that person. Then when Preem says it, oh, Preem is a he bitter, he hating on Bimmy, oh, he's a sucker, he knew the whole time, and blah, 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 blah. But what did we say to ChatGPT? If you was to go look up this DD5 or whatever this paperwork and you put it in yourself in ChatGPT, you're going to get the same thing. Everybody's going to get the same thing. You might ask the question different and you're going to get the different answer, but it's still going to be the truth. It's going to be what's real. You feel me? But y'all comment down below. Tell me what you think, man. It's your boy Monster Mo. This that Just Talk Real Talk, the place for real thoughts and real talk. You dig? Like the video. You feel me? Salute to all my new subscribers. Don't get caught slipping and stay off that social media, man. Oh yeah, and one more thing. For the people who want to keep saying the paperwork is fake and people made this up and made that up, let's hear what ChatGPT got to say about the authenticity of this paperwork.
People try to say I brought fake paperwork to the internet. Is that paperwork fake?
I can definitely say that the paperwork you shared seems to be a real legal document from an actual court case, at least in terms of its content and format.
And you can say the paperwork that he shared, yeah, that's his personal No, this is ChatGPT. They understand what a document is, the numbers, the everything, how it's lined up and everything, even to the point to the spaces in the paperwork. So stop playing around, man. I'll holler at y'all.